What up, everybody? My name is Alana Treppler, and this is the ATD Show. At Above the Dog Studio today, I have Will Couture with St. Louis Dog Fence.
Yes, hi Alana.
I'm so excited you came by.
Right on, thanks.
I love these last minute, come on by the studio things.
Right? Yeah, always have a minute for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. All right, so talk to me about St. Louis Dog Fence.
Well, St. Louis Dog Fence has been in the St. Louis area for about 18 years now. We've been servicing the St. Louis area successfully with dog containment systems. We use the Pet Stop brand, and these are systems that we can install at any home, and they contain your dog, keep them at home, keep them from in the streets.
Okay, so what is a dog containment system?
Basically what that entails is a transmitter, a collar that receives the transmitted signal, and a wire installed in the ground that carries that signal.
So it's an underground dog fence?
It is, yes.
Okay, great. So they come in and they dig a little trench and put the wire underneath and...
Yep, actually it's a one-step process. Basically the tech will walk around the area and listen to where you want to go with your containment. Mm-hmm. And then they'll get the machine set up, and it's a one-step process to where the machine, basically an engine on wheels, cuts a slice into the ground about 3 inches deep, and then the hollow knife behind it feeds the line in. So
cool.
It's basically one step. Regular residential area takes about 2.5, 3 hours at the most.
Cool. Okay, so they put the wire under the fence, mm-hmm. and then or around the yard, mm-hmm. and then you put a transmitter in the garage, put mm-hmm. the collar on. How does the dog know where it's going and where not to go?
Gotcha. Our installers are also dog trainers. What'll happen is as soon as they're finished installing the fence, they'll flag it so that the dog will have a visual on where their boundaries are, and that's also for us to know where the wire is.
Right.
After that, they'll take the dog and they'll introduce him to the fence, give the homeowner a little bit of homework, and then they call me to set up their next appointment for an evaluation and further training.
Awesome. And it's called Gentle Steps,
yes,
right? The training program?
Right.
Okay. And so is it safe for the dog? I think that everybody would probably want to know, is my little baby going to be safe?
Absolutely safe. Basically what these devices are is, if you've ever been to a chiropractor, it's the same type of device that they use to work your muscles.
Okay.
Yeah, and just the way that it's delivered, that gives the dog cause to react. And with that reaction, we condition him to do the turning around, staying in the yard.
Right.
And it's a combination of both the training and the system that keeps the dog in.
That's so nice. So in some neighborhoods where you can't have a fence,
right.
or you don't really want to construct a giant fence,
right.
this would be ideal.
Right, and a lot of neighborhoods these days have covenants that prevent people from putting fencing around their yards.
Sure.
Which is great. It keeps everything looking awesome, but what do you do if you have a dog? You've got to do a tie out, you've got to go out with them on a leash every day.
Burr.
In the weather, right?
Yeah.
So what we do is we take that away. We just teach the dog to be contained. The fence is always there and always reacting the same way, keeping the dog safe, and you don't have to go out into the elements with the dog.
Awesome. So about how long does it take to train a dog to know where the boundaries are?
Oh gosh, most dogs will pick it up within about 2 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks is about the learning curve. Of course, incidents will happen beyond that, but that has to do with the temptations for the dog. We can address those as they come up. But basically about 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. Now there's a guarantee with that too, right?
There is.
Okay.
If we can't keep your dog contained after 1 year, we will buy the system back.
That's
what else do you say?
A pretty good guarantee. That's
exactly.
It. Right on.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, I've been with Don for 2 years now. Don Powell is the owner of the company.
Right on.
I feel like I've been doing this all my life.
Wow, you like it that much?
I do. I don't work a day in my life.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you get along great with the families, obviously,
yes.
or the dog moms and dads.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but you really like the dogs too, huh?
Yeah. That's what makes it. And a lot of people, their focus is on their customers. Our customers are ultimately the dogs.
Oh, how fun. What a fun job. Okay, so I saw somewhere on your website that you guys have an indoor room thing? How does the indoor process work?
Yeah, the indoor room wizard. Basically, your dog is already set up with a transmitter in the garage. He's aware and acknowledges, respects the fence. These indoor units will keep the dog out of your kitchen, out of a den. They go next to a doorway and they put out a signal identical to the fence so that the dog's collar reacts with it, and it'll effectively keep him out of there.
Awesome. So like if you're having a family dinner or if the baby's in the playroom, you can keep the dogs out of those spaces.
Absolutely.
Keep them from like snatching food off the kitchen counter. And
it's a relatively inexpensive cure without having to have an ugly baby gate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Awesome. Yeah. Keep everything nice and open, just like your yard.
Exactly.
Just inside.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Totally.
Okay. So is there anything else that we should tell people about the benefits of having an underground pet fence?
Oh my gosh, the dog has so much freedom. There's a lot less stress for a dog for going outside. A lot of dogs get excited when they see you picking up the leash, but then there's the leash factor. They can't really sniff around, play, do what they want.
Right.
When you open a door and tell a dog to go out and be a dog, that's what they're about.
It's freedom.
Absolutely. And nothing swells my heart more than being able to give a dog that freedom and to let him go around and just sniff what he wants.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I couldn't imagine being outside when it's freezing cold and standing there holding a leash to wait for your dog to do their business. And then you have to come back in and they're trapped right away.
Right. And this way you can let them stay out as long as they like.
Okay, so tell me about, like, if I have a pet fence, is it difficult to move that if I move to a new house or something?
There's a major advantage. There's two things that you can do. A major advantage both ways. First, you can leave the entire system with the transmitter and collars there, and you can advertise the pet fence when you're listing your home.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So many families with pets are looking for something that's already set up.
Wow. Okay.
The other option, which is still a major benefit, you can list your home as being wired for a pet fence. Take your equipment with you, and then we can install at the new location.
Right.
So you're half of the price ahead of the game already.
Yeah.
The new people that move in are half the way there as well.
Wow, that's cool. All right, so if I move to a new house and I bring my equipment with me or get a new system from you guys put back in, how hard is it to train my dog again to the new yard?
Very easy. Basically, you're going to call me, say, Will, we just moved, here's our address. We'll set up a reinstall the same day, just like on the initial install. The installer will put up the flags, but there won't really be a need to introduce the dog. The dog will already be flag trained. Flag trained meaning he knows what those flags mean, and maybe he'll come in contact with it a couple of times just to check, like a child, and then he'll be pretty much contained. So the flags will serve as a visual for the dog so that he knows what his area is, and then throughout time he will find out, yes, these are my borders, and he will remain content.
Cool. Okay, so tell me what ages of dogs is ideal for training?
Training, we recommend to start at 4 months.
Wow, okay.
That has to do with the nervous system maturity of the dog.
Okay.
Before 4 months, it's not quite all together. They'll get a signal like the tone or the correction, and they'll just lay down, want to play. There's really no learning going on there. Actually, if you try at 4 months and your dog is doing that, really just wait 3 to 5 days, and literally it could happen overnight to where when he's getting those signals, he's curious, he's looking around wondering what he's supposed to do. That's the reaction we need, and that's how we condition and train from.
Awesome. Now, is there any age that's too old to train your dog?
No, there's not, but there's special considerations with the older dogs, like if they have hearing difficulties or vision difficulties, we can adapt our system to help those guys out.
Right.
But you know, it just depends on the need. I will assess each dog as it comes along. Some dogs don't need to be contained like that. Others can get by just on a beep, and still others, so we can adjust their collars so that it can adjust to how their personality is.
Very cool. And are there different systems that I can choose from, or do you just have one?
We have 3 different systems that we offer.
Okay.
And as well, those systems are, you are able to purchase those outside of a package individually. But all 3 of the systems do have the same functionality.
Okay.
So we can adapt, depending on which level of package you want, we can adapt that package to adapt for your dog, your older dog or your puppy or anything in between.
Awesome. All right, so it's safe, it's affordable,
Very.
And you give freedom to your pets and to
Yes.
yourself. Because if it's super
Totally.
hot outside, I don't want to go out and walk the dog, and if it's super cold, I definitely don't.
Right.
But the dogs love that stuff,
They
don't
do.
they?
They do.
Yeah.
Especially when there's no need to put a leash or a lead on.
Right.
Dog can just go out. It's instantaneous.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing the information, and
Absolutely.
and hopefully we'll get some people to understand a little bit more about what underground dog fencing and St. Louis dog fence is all about.
Super. Anybody who's got questions can feel free to email or call me. I'm more than happy to explain what we do and just address any concerns that people may have.
For Will Couture with St. Louis Dog Fence, my name is Alana Treppler. Ta-ta for now, everybody.